Today's quote is by Albert Einstein. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics.
Yes, that is so true. Basically, what Albert Einstein is saying is by matching someone else's energy, if that's not what you want, why are you matching it? It's the law of physics. That's what you're going to get back. So it
Exact.
was in the beginning of matching your ex with what he was doing, but you didn't even want that. You didn't
Yeah.
even want someone to be on the couch, not doing something with you and not talking to you, and you were doing what you didn't want. So you got more of that back.
I got more of that back.
Good morning, guys. We are your hosts, Lori.
Shenisse, certified spiritual life coaches, and we're so glad you're here. Welcome to our podcast, Branching In.
Yes, and we'd also love it if you take a moment to like and subscribe. It means a lot to us to have your support as we continue to spread more and more self-awareness. So, Shanice, in this episode, we are going to talk about something we got wrong and what it taught us.
Yes.
So, Shanice, what did we get wrong? So, what we got wrong is matching energy helps you achieve your desired outcome. So, okay, let's get into that. What does matching energy mean?
So, matching someone's energy can feel like connection, but often it's a subtle form of self abandonment. When we adjust ourselves simply to mirror what we're receiving, we stop responding from authenticity and start reacting from conditioning.
Yes, because genuine connection doesn't come from matching energy. It comes from staying grounded in our own truths while remaining open to others. When we hold our own frequency, we invite the other person to rise into their authenticity too, instead of both of us getting lost in reaction.
That's such an important distinction.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've been responding in relationships by matching someone's energy, right? So, for example, let's say in a relationship, someone pulls their energy back. Our initial reaction is to match their energy and do the same, right?
Yeah, that is so, oh my gosh, Denise, that is something hugely I myself have gotten wrong, as well as advising my children to do wrong is okay. So what are they doing? Oh, we'll just match their energy. So they're not texting, you don't text, a complete like reaction,
Yeah.
not a response. That is really showing how that's coming from a reaction. You're not even grounded in yourself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and to me, this really came up. We just finished tennis season, and my daughter plays tennis for high school. And this really came in, made me think about this matching energy when she's playing tennis and she's playing a really good player. And if she is matching their energy and how they play, she's literally playing defense. She's not playing her game. She's playing their game and she's giving away her power. So
Mm.
I'm so many times watching on the sidelines, I'm saying, no, Jordan, play your game, meaning, stand in your own, don't match their energy because they're always one upping her because they know what their game is. So she's just playing defense and reacting.
Mhm.
So a response would be coming from her game. A reaction is coming from their game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. I love that example. That's actually really helpful. Yeah, oh my goodness, I feel like I've been matching people's energy. Like I just figured whatever someone's giving me, that's what I give them. Like there was a fairness to it. So if someone's giving me the bare minimum, then I'm just going to give them the bare minimum. And if someone's putting a lot into me, then I will put a lot into them. It seemed like it was a very logical thing, but no, I mean, name of this episode, something we got wrong. I definitely got that wrong. So my example of how I was matching other people's energy is my ex. So he would come home from work and sometimes like jump on the phone, not really give me too much attention. And so after like a while of being so frustrated of asking him, "Hey, can we hang out? Can we do stuff together?" I'm just like, "You know what? I'm going to match his energy and see if he notices." So I stopped asking to hang out. I stopped asking to do things. And so when he would jump on his phone, I would jump on my phone. And that and that lasted for weeks, I think, or like months before he finally said something. And the day that he did, I felt so vindicated, right? I'm like, "Yes." Like he noticed finally. He noticed. And he's like, "Hey, I see that you're on your phone a lot. And so then I kind of explained the experiment that I had been playing, matching its energy. And it's just so funny because it completely backfired.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were looking for a response
Yeah.
and you weren't getting one.
Yeah.
And you thought this was the way, so you didn't get it by constantly asking for it, verbalizing it. So, okay, I'm just going to match that energy. I'm going to do what he's doing, and maybe he'll see that, how this feels. You want him to feel like you feel.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to mirror like, hey, this doesn't really feel great, right? Because my words weren't enough. I'm like, maybe if I show him, he'll finally get it. And it didn't. It didn't. And that really showed me that doesn't work.
That's such a great example. Two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah.
I know that that's so relatable. I feel like we've all done that at some point.
Yeah.
Like, we're so frustrated and it's like we're not getting through by talking it out anymore. So let's just match what they're doing and see how it feels. And
Yeah.
maybe they're going to feel it and then they'll make those changes. But yeah, so how does that energy backfire? Pretty much you feel worse. Like, you know what I mean? It backfires because you did give away your power. It's not even what you wanted to do, you
Yeah,
know?
no, not at all. Well, and I realized afterwards that that's what I'd been doing. I hadn't been being true to myself, and I was lowering myself to another level that wasn't even really me, you
Yeah.
know? So at the end of it, I was angry at him, and mostly I was angry at myself. It's like
Yeah.
very much did not work.
Yeah, exactly. I get that. I've done that too, Shanice. I really have. And I've advised my children to do it. That's what I'm saying. I know that I got this wrong because when it really hit me, no, we don't want to match to your energy. And then seeing the backfire and really seeing how the end result, you still don't feel great,
Mm. Yeah,
because
and
now you didn't get the response and you also don't feel good. So it's like you're doubly fucked.
yeah, and now I'm not even me anymore because I'm so focused on matching their energy that I'm losing myself in the process. I'm losing who I am, my energy. And so
Mhm.
that was like such a big tell. Like, no, it got
Yeah.
me nowhere, you know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then when you're matching someone else's energy, Shanice, they know what you're going to do next because you're playing their game. Like literally back to, you're literally not on offense, you're on defense. And they literally can anticipate your moves. So it's so ridiculous. It's like, okay, like I said, you have two children in the room here going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. It was I it wasn't a waste because I did learn something and it taught me and I never tried to do that again because I'm just like, okay, I learned my lesson. So it's not a waste in that sense, but I do know that all of that time it didn't change anything except for realizing I just need to focus on me and who I am and the kind of energy that I want to put forth.
Well, let's just talk a little bit before we get into like all the things that taught us, because there's a lot that, having this realization that we did this, thought of this completely backwards, is some of the feelings that came up for us when we were matching, someone else's energy. And for me, like we just kind of said a little bit about, it's just, I felt like very like not knowing who I was. Do you know what I mean? Like a little bit confused and lost because it's like, wait, is this me or is this them?
Oh, I can really
Like,
yes.
I mean, I'm really trying to feel into, like, how I felt, and I just felt confused, more confused. I was already confused before I matched the energy, and now I matched the energy, and now I'm even more confused.
Yeah, confusion was the biggest one for sure. And then also like, yeah, like lost and I don't know, it was just it wasn't it was like I was trying to inhabit someone else,
Well,
like
you're also holding on to every crumb, like, that you would get. Like, I felt the feelings came up for me as desperate.
mhm.
It was a desperate move. It's desperation that came in for me when I've done this. I'm on the other end of this and I'm doing this matching energy and, oh, okay, they sent a text. Now I got to wait because they took 2 hours to send the text. Now I'm going to take 3 hours. It's just, oh my God. Also, the feelings that came up were exhausting, like
Mm,
exhaustion, like
yeah.
this and not peaceful. Like actually no peace involved in this process.
Yeah, I would say I was angry. I was angry because I'm like, he's not even noticing. Like
Yeah.
weeks are going by and he hasn't noticed that I'm not even trying to spend time with him anymore. I'm just doing my own thing. And then there was also like guilt because I'm like, should I be doing this? Should I be trying to get him to
Yeah,
see that I
yeah,
need more time and attention? So it was just such a mind fuck, actually,
yeah,
that
yeah.
I'm thinking back on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. How did we feel when we stopped doing this? For me, I felt very empowered, very back to like, no, I want to be me.
Mm,
I was not coming from myself, my authentic self, who I am. And again, I got a little lost of who I was in that process. So by matching someone else's energy. So coming back to me is really like how I felt when I stopped that process. How about you?
Man, I wish I could say I was empowered. No, I felt despair at first because it didn't work. And so I was so sad. And it was just I had to grieve that a little bit because I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna get what I want from this. Like it just really hit me like, okay, this isn't gonna go in the direction that I'm trying to take it in. So at first I felt that sadness, that grief. And then I don't know, I'm like, okay, well, time to like go in a new direction. And I took my energy back from the situation and just tried to focus it on other things, myself, my life,
Yeah.
instead of him and the
I
relationship.
mean, that's the empowering part for me because I let go. So what came up for me is it took me to be frustrated and to be annoyed and that's why it was empowering. I let go. I surrendered. It was that energy was dragging me down. I felt so much lighter. It's like for me, it hit me immediately. Like I can breathe. I didn't realize I was holding my breath through that process, playing this game of matching energy and waiting for crumbs in this response and doing this. So immediately when I stopped that process, I felt I have the power.
Yeah.
It's in me. It immediately came in for me just because I think I played the game so long and it was so draining. It doesn't come in while I'm playing it. It came when I got out of the game. So immediately when I'm out of the game, I'm out of the game. And I saw the full benefits and everything that changed from being out of the game.
Yeah, see, I was still clinging. So that's why. I got to the place of empowerment once I fully let go. And this is when we broke up, and I'm just like, okay, this is done. The empowerment came in for me after that. But during that period of my life, I was still clinging. I was still trying things. I was still desperately trying to make it work. So that the empowerment didn't come for months after that, like months and
Yeah.
months.
Well, and again, like you said, that's just like that specific example that you were
Yeah.
using. There's many ways we match energy. It could be just with, a friend that was calling you. This was matching energy to a long relationship that you were wanting to work and get removing, from. So, of course, it's like that was a process.
Yeah.
Matching energy with somebody you're just talking to over the phone, totally different.
Oh, yeah,
You're
for
giving
sure.
advice to your daughter that's dating for a month or something, it's
Yeah,
different.
it's different.
So, it really depends what you're coming from. So, what did this teach us, Shanice? Like, what are some of the things that learning this taught us?
Okay, so, like, the biggest thing for me was that I realized I needed that inner security to be able to respond from an authentic place. I was matching my ex's energy because I wasn't secure within me. I was still looking for that security in the relationship.
Yeah.
So, when I finally let that go, like, once I became my inner security, it became so easy to respond from an authentic place.
So, so
It's
true.
like a world of difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you know what? You weren't attaching to an outcome.
Yes. Thank
That's
you. Yes.
yeah, and that's exactly what any relationship or anything I was matching an energy with, I really matched that energy because I was playing their game because I didn't wanna lose them.
Mhm.
I had an outcome that we are gonna be together.
Yeah.
So, whatever it took. So, I was coming from that angle, and it taught me that I was coming from more of a chasing type energy. I wasn't attracting, I was chasing. So, I wasn't and I can't attract and be in my power if I'm chasing. If again, my energy is to respond how they're responding, and that's what I choose to do, that's okay. It's not like I might be matching energy, Shanice, but it's still coming from my energy. It's what I wanted to do. I'm not matching it for the motive of this outcome.
Yeah.
I'm matching it because so there's a difference there. Like, I might respond how they're responding because that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So there is that. But you just make sure that you're grounded in you. And like you said, you couldn't do that without having that inner security within yourself that you're good no matter what the outcome, no matter what happens out of this thing, you're fine.
Yeah. And like another thing that it really taught me, Lori, is that I was attempting to match the energy to something that I didn't want. I didn't want to do that, but I was still doing it in an attempt to like teach something. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even want to be doing that.
The ego. It was an ego battle.
That energy. Like, holy shit. Such a great lesson. Cause it's like now I match the energy to the things I want, not the things I don't want.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this sounds to me that's we've all done that. It's the ego. "Ugh, how dare
Yeah.
you do that to me? I'm gonna do it right on back to you."
Yeah. Yeah, and I was giving away my power. I was giving away my power, I was giving away my joy, I was giving away my energy trying to prove something, and it wasn't worth it, and yeah, no, that's just now I know that's not the way.
Such a difference, such a difference. So, what is our authentic response, Shanice?
Okay, so, like, if my energy is actually just matching someone's energy, I'm not trying to match their energy, it just so happens that our energies match, then awesome, like, I can meet someone where they are, you know?
Uh-huh.
And if not, then I don't, because 'cause I'm responding authentically to where I am, what my energy is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just saying it, that just feels so much better, doesn't
Mm,
that? It's like it really back to what I was saying before, it's so empowering that you don't have to attach on to anybody's, anything, and you can just be yourself.
yeah,
And what's for you, Shanice, will not pass you by.
exactly.
So, and when I think of that, and I say this to my daughter all the time, who's a teenager, that, should I say this or should I do this right? Or again, trying to, do I match this energy? Or it's like, but what's for you is not going to pass you by. There's
Mhm.
no wrong way here.
Yeah,
And we are thinking it's going to pass us by is another reason why we cling on to, well, maybe I have to do what they're doing.
yeah,
Maybe I have to match this because I don't want to lose this. We
yeah.
have serious attachments to
And then
whatever.
we end up losing ourselves in the process.
Exactly. Exactly. So, instead of asking someone, what do I say? What do I say here? Like when my daughter says, Mom, what do I say? How do I respond in this text?
Oh, my daughter too.
Yeah, and that's like a common conversation in our household.
It's like, "What do I say? I don't wanna say the wrong thing."
Yeah, I mean, and even myself, it's not like just I mean, even myself, I'm like, "What do I say here?" It is a common thing I think we all go through in the type of communication we do, everybody texts. So
Mhm.
our words, exactly how it's perceived is a big deal, right?
Yeah.
There's so much going on. So, but instead of saying that, we need to ask ourselves, Shanice, what do I want to say? Right?
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
check in. Wait, stop for a second. I'm so focused on them right now. I really have like I'm right focusing on them. How do I feel? And sometimes I don't even know because I'm so focused on them that I have to check in. And that's what I'll say to my daughter. How do you feel? What's good for you? What do you want to do? And she almost sometimes like, I don't know what I want to do. Then, I always say that's when you take a pause.
Mhm.
If you don't know, then do nothing. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
like,
Don't force
feel
it.
feel into it. Feel
Yeah,
into, like, what you're feeling, what you want, and how you want to move forward, and go by that, and
yeah,
not what you think you should say or should do.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, then you know it's coming from you,
Yeah,
and
exactly. It's like you're grounding into yourself and getting to know who you are, what you want, which will help you to respond from an authentic place.
yeah, and like anything we talk about on this podcast, the more you do it, the easier it gets,
Yeah.
and again and the more inner work you do, Shanice, because you and I have done a lot of work together and apart and had our own sessions, and so it's like it's coming right with that, by doing all that inner work, so, it just comes with that,
Yeah.
that it gets easier, so it's, and the first few times you do it, it's like going, on the roller coaster ride, it gets easier. It's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I did that. They walked away. Okay, that's fine. Oh, they stayed. Oh my god, they must be for me." You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yes.
So
And that takes time, like you were saying, Lori, that takes time, but you will get there. The more you get to know yourself, the more you do the inner work, you get to that place. We're proof of that, Lori.
we really are. We really
You
are.
am being two people with no boundaries,
Yeah.
no self-love, like, no authenticity, none of it, and we had to do the work to get to the place we are right now, so we're living proof that it works.
And we're also living proof that we can fall back into this, like, oh, I'm about to match their energy. I had to step back and go, what do I want? Because I know I can still slip there
Yeah,
and then think
exactly.
about
Because 'cause
that.
we're not perfect, we're human, we're going to fail so many times, and how wonderful is that? Because every time we fail, we get the opportunity to learn and grow, so the name of the game isn't don't fail, it's fail and happily fail, excitedly fail. Because every time you fail, you're one step closer to what is for you.
Well, yeah, what's the name of the episode, What I Got Wrong and What It Taught Us.
Yes.
So that's what's getting wrong is so great about. It teaches you something.
Exactly, exactly.
With all the stuff we talked about today. So, Shanice, to wrap up this episode, we went over how matching energy does not help you be authentic to yourself.
It does not.
And it taught us that to achieve the desired outcome, we need to stand in our own energy rather than matching another's.
Yes, exactly. If you'd like to learn more about us or check out our products and services, click the link in the description. Our self love course will help you build inner security so you can stay in your power instead of matching someone else's energy. Today's quote is by Albert Einstein: Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics.
Yes, that is so true. By matching someone, basically what Albert Einstein is saying is by matching someone else's energy, if that's not what you want, why are you matching it? It's the law of physics. That's what you're going to get back. So your
Exactly.
example to us in the beginning of matching your ex with what he was doing, but you didn't even want that. You didn't
Yeah.
even want someone to be on the couch, not doing something with you and not talking to you, and you were doing what you didn't want. So you got more of that back,
I got more of that back. And now I know, match
the energy you want.
I want. Yes, exactly. Not what I don't want, what I do want. Such
Yes.
an important distinction.
Very. What a great quote.
Yes. All right. Well, that's it for this episode. If this episode spoke to you, like, subscribe, and share it with someone you think would benefit from it. And thank you guys for listening to Branching In with Shanice.
And Lori, join us for our next episode we post on Fridays. See you then. Bye.